Welcome to our Devos. This week, we are continuing in our series, Concrete Vision, and we're talking about that weird passage in Proverbs that says, in all your ways, acknowledge him. And I said on Sunday, and I meant it, God is not looking for a thank you note, he's looking for a throne. And the problem is we think acknowledging him is like, oh, I'm going to pray before I eat. Well, acknowledging him would be saying, God, do you want me to eat this? I'm going to thank God when I make $1 million. Instead, ask, God, do you want me to make $1 million doing this? So there's some things that are commonly not regularly mentioned when it comes to acknowledging God. And we tend to just put him in as an afterthought. Well, these are some things we're going to focus on to keep him in the forefront of our minds. Namely, first, honor God with your work. I know this is one of my hobby horses, and I can't, it's hard for me to not talk a lot about it, but because I've been doing this so long and because we have a lot of people at the church, what often happens is there are business owners that will say that they're Christian business owners, and one of the ways that they try to get business is by saying they're Christian. So if I could tell you about how many times, and I'm not going to do it, how many times I've had people come to me in the church and go, well, this Christian business owner ripped me off. Like here, I'll give you an example. There was a lady that I was connected to at the company I used to work for on the side. And what ended up happening was a gentleman, a guy, she was coming out of Home Depot, and she parked her car. There was a Christian, a guy with a Christian bumper sticker, a big, massive pickup truck. He blocked her car and stood there and stared at her. All right, and so it was intimidating. This is a big guy. He's a construction worker, really massive. And he made her roll down her window. She was really scared, and he basically said to her, maybe we should go out, and I'd love to, show you how I shop. And she was like, I don't think I'm interested. And he gave her a card, and on the card was a Bible verse. Now, here's something that I want to try to get away from. Just because you put a Bible verse on your business card doesn't make you any less of a creep. And when you are working, just because you say, I'm a Christian plumber, if you're not a good plumber, you should not broadcast how Christian it is. And I know this is a bit of a hot take, but it's really repulsive when people try to use their faith as a way to generate leads, when in reality, your work should speak for itself that will lead you into a conversation about your faith. Not the other way around. So, with that said, we want to honor God in our work. If you are working right now in a corporate role, you want to be the best that you can at that. I'm not saying you're perfect, but I'm saying you want to do the best job you can. You want to do more than you can. You want to try to help other people. You want to be a person who, when people see you, when they come in the office, you want to be a person who they're excited to see instead of a person that they're like, oh no, they're here. And I try to be that. I'm not the best, most intelligent person when it comes to the work that we do at the church. But I love that the staff, unless they're lying about it, they like when I'm here. That's a big deal. I like when people like that I'm here because that means that they're not afraid of me and they're not, feeling a certain way, but they genuinely enjoy it. And I want to be a person that when people see me, they're not just thinking, oh, this is a Christian leader, but they're like, oh, this is a person I want to be around who also proclaims Jesus. And I think that Christian workers ought to be the best workers on the planet. Colossians chapter 3, verse 23 says, whatever you do, work heartily as if for the Lord and not for men, which means that when you're working for him. I know your boss can do that horrible thing. I know that you're in corporate rat race. I know that you're having trouble starting that business and it's discouraging. But keep in mind, the Lord has given you this platform, this opportunity as a place for you to acknowledge him. And let your work speak for your faith so then that you later can speak of your